Good day, everyone. I am Marshall the Scent Addict. Thank you so much for being here on YouTube with me today. Before we get started, please like the video, please subscribe, please ring the bell, please do what you got to do to make sure you don't miss any future fragrance-related content here on my channel. I got some big plans for you and me. I would hate for you to go and never come back when we were this close to doing great things together. Today, we're going to continue our look into the House of Moudon by looking at Elysian, one of 9 new fragrances from the House of Moudon. Stick around, we'll talk about it. Welcome back. This is Moudon Elysian. Again, this is one of 9 new fragrances from the House of Moudon. They released their first 11 back in 2022, and just last month, May of 2024, they released 9 new ones, 6 of which are in the Noir collection. They come looking like this: the clear glass bottle, the silver sticker, the gold trim, the logo on top of the cap, and of course Moudon embossed in glass at the bottom of the bottle. It looks very nice. Let's check out the box. The box looks like this, pretty fancy on a bookshelf. You open it up, and inside you have thin tissue paper with the Moudon logo in gold. Behind the tissue paper, the bottle sits in kind of a hard foam casing, which keeps the bottle safe and it looks nice. Really nice presentation. Now the most important part to some of you, the atomizer test. Good, strong fire hose like atomizer, and man, this stuff is strong. Woo! That is woody. That's nice though, it's really nice. They characterize this fragrance as a woody, aromatic, spicy scent. And I think they pretty much nail it here. This is a woody scent with some fresh spices on top, built around some aromatics. Elysian is an interesting one and one of my favorites out of the 9 new Moudon fragrances. It's in my top 5 anyway. It's a very nice smelling fragrance. It's very wearable, but there are some of those niche characteristics. From the Moudon line, this is not one of the easiest fragrances to wear, though it's also certainly not the hardest one to pull off from the Moudon fragrances, but I can see it being a little bit polarizing. It's a little bit sophisticated. Let's look at the notes. Top notes are violet and cardamom. Heart notes, amber, papyrus, and iris. Base notes, cedarwood, leather, and sandalwood. And I think those notes are spot on. That opening certainly leans to the violet and the papyrus. You do get some spiciness from the cardamom, but it's not a warm spiciness. Elysian is definitely a fall and winter scent. It's a woodsy fragrance. It is heavy, but it's not terribly warm. It's also not very sweet. The violet does have an airy quality to it. And it's also slightly powdery, but it's kind of weighed down by those woody notes. And then the fragrance changes. Roughly 90 minutes into the fragrance, that violet leaf starts to fade and starts becoming even more woody. Moudon loves a good sandalwood cedarwood combo. They have used it time and time again. But with Elysian, they use it in a totally different way. The opening to this fragrance is very unique. Once it dries down and this fragrance really turns those woods up to 10, it starts to remind me of something. Roughly 90 minutes, 2 hours into this fragrance, it starts to remind me a lot of Le Labo Santal 33 in the best possible way. I would say Elysian is primarily a daytime scent. It works amazingly in the fall. It would work amazingly in the spring. I bet it worked pretty well in the winter, and I think it would work pretty well in the summer as long as you're in those temperature controlled situations. I don't think I could pull this off too long outside in 100-degree temperatures. Again, it's not terribly warm, but those woods do kind of weigh this fragrance down. As I've said before, all Moudon fragrances are unisex, and I do believe this fragrance is unisex as well. I think it probably does lean a little bit masculine, much like Santal 33. But I will also say my wife does enjoy this fragrance, and she has said that she would wear this fragrance. Ladies can pull this off as well. And again, like most Moudon fragrances, this thing performs. On me, it projected arm's length to 2.5 hours and lasted 9 to 10 hours on skin. I don't think performance will disappoint anyone. I don't think Elysian is for fragrance newbies. I don't think everyone will enjoy this stuff. But for those of you with more sophisticated noses that have an affection for woody, aromatic, niche fragrances, this should be right up your alley. Also, if you're a big fan of Le Labo Santal 33, you want something similar but not the same, especially if you want something a little bit cheaper, there is great value here with Moudon Elysian. You can currently find Moudon Elysian at Fragrance Lord for $60. They come in the 100ml bottle. These are extrait de parfum concentration. There's a lot of fragrance oil. It helps with performance, longevity, as well as quality of scent. And these fragrances are quality. They use top level ingredients and it shows. In my opinion, all Moudon fragrances under $150 is great value, and Elysian is certainly no exception. The 9 new Moudon fragrances were sent to me by Moudon and Fragrance Lord. These fragrances are quality, they perform very well, and they smell luxurious. They smell a lot more expensive than they are. Well, that's it. Elysian is the 9th and final fragrance from the 9 new Moudon fragrances. This is my 9th video on YouTube. I just shot a YouTube video with my wife where she rates every single Moudon fragrance I own. She tells us if she'd like it on her, whether she would like it on me, or both, or neither. So I've got that one coming soon. I've got a lot of big plans for longer form content here on YouTube. A lot of exciting stuff, so I appreciate you so much for being here with me today. This is Moudon Elysian. I am Marshall the Scent Addict. Come back and see us tomorrow.